Hey you guys, I just thought a video would be better overall. So I'm here in the front. Here's an automatic gate opener, kind of a fun feature. The neighbor's house next door. This is like a teeny little casita, but there's some stuff going on in the back. Here's the side view, and that gate down there goes to the back of our property, and there's the goiter. You see that big box up there? There it is, and I'm looking at the roof, and the roof looks tired. I think it's probably time. Those look like 3-tab shingles that have seen better days. But right there is the air conditioner compressor. This is I think this is the cause of the moldy floor in this corner. The dirt is piled way too high. It's been getting wet and it's seeped right through. This all needs to get pulled back and sealed up. It's absolutely the wrong kind of material to have in the dirt. So all this kind of needs to get dealt with here along the front. And here's that soffit and fascia issue. That's a hanging gutter. Very old electric service, and they have removed the meter. So that needs to get done. That's a job for Frank House right there. Some rotten wood here. So that was that issue I was referring to. But this exterior material is just crispy dry and needs to basically get wrapped. All right. Porch cover needs a little tightening, but it doesn't look terribly scary. The Barbones. So the entry, right, we've got this tile area that extends about 10 feet. And from this spot, we can see into the kitchen, and this is living room. But then on the left, this hard left here, we have a little front sitting room. And this is feeling like a little media room or something. And the floors feel kind of lumpy in here. I think this house is on a crawl space, so that could be checked out. It definitely does not feel level, but it's not scaring me. The problem is we can't see it because it's under carpet. Here's a popped drywall joint. So I'm at the point where I can see into the main living room, but on the right we have what appears to be a third living room. So we've got 1, 2, 3 little living areas. And this, it occurs to me, could easily be made into a bedroom if there was a closet in here. If a small closet was installed in that corner, you could call this a bedroom, no problem. So this is the corner that I pulled up to try to get a sense of what was happening with the floors. And what I found hold on one sec, you guys. I'm fighting this carpet. Sorry. It is tight. So here's what I see underneath that carpet and that baseboard is just some funk and some rot. And when I pull back the carpet pad, this floorboard is shot, right? I'm able to pick right through it, actually. So there's some decking issues in here, probably, hopefully limited to the outside line because that's where the moisture issues are. But this room appears to be pretty darn intact. It's got a nice big window to the front, bay window. A little bit of a settling crack here. Minor cracking here. Popped drywall here. This doesn't look like a leak though. There's no staining. Drywall's just popped. Here's some more cracking. It all seems to be pretty normal, but I think this house is doing some settling. So from here, just for orientation again, we have front door, what I'm calling bedroom 1, family room, living room, and then to my left is a little hallway that goes to the hall bath. Linoleum on the floor, Home Depot sink, Home Depot mirror, Home Depot light. It is purple as hell in here. A very tall and deep skylight, which is kind of nice. The tile is, you know, not great. And I see that they've fudged it a little bit with this corner bullnose, probably because they were having water issues with the tile. I would probably just replace this. It's not nice enough to try to salvage. Secondary light, French fry light, GFI. All right, so I'm leaving the bathroom, and behind the bathroom door here is the Carrier Weather Maker 8000, and this is refrigerated air. There's the coolant line. And you know, that looks original. It looks, well, maybe not original, but certainly 20 plus years. Bedroom number 2. This bedroom just needs paint and flooring because the walls and the ceiling are all intact. And then just right across the hall, and for orientation, that's the bathroom. HVAC closet, back to the main part of the house, and here's bedroom number 3. Bedroom number 3 has this cutout for what I am assuming is an after-the-fact electrical run. This I believe to be the main panel because the service is right here on this wall and it looked very small, so that little panel just doesn't surprise me. But this room is intact. It is small, as is the other bedroom, but it's all there. Okay, I'm leaving the bedroom, bathroom wing. I'm coming into the center living area. And again, I can feel that the floor dips pretty significantly right here in the middle of the room. But on the wide view, it doesn't appear terrible. I can see that there's a little bit of a depression here. It doesn't feel terrible. Yeah. It's not springy. Okay, through this arch into the kitchen. The kitchen has brick floors and quite a lot going on. Here's some custom pantry cabinetry that swings out. That's in good shape. more shelving. And here's this groovy ceiling. And I may have misspoken. I don't think these are the rafters or joists. It's just these beams. They've opened it up to follow the roof line, and they've added these beams here. And this could all be much, much better presented. For example, I'm getting rid of this crazy fan. I'm getting rid of this chicken wire. This literally is chicken wire on the wall as a decorative finish, it appears, which is just wacky. But the effect of the room is quite good. And then there's all these cabinets, and this actually appears to be some custom work. You got this wine rack, and this is what I mean by that contemporary 80s style cabinetry. Oh, jeez. Whoops, never touch anything. Tile backsplash, it appears to be serviceable. You got this fake wood Formica dishwasher, so we know those connections are there. Kitchen window with pleasant view of bush. And then it comes back around. This, of course, is the stove spot. There's a gas line. This is a non-hood, fake hood, no venting that I can see. But, you know, an island, this is calling out for an island. It needs to have an established fridge spot, and maybe that's this corner. Not quite sure where the fridge goes, except for here, maybe right next to the stove, but that feels a little snug. Possibly some of this cabinetry could come out right here and a fridge could live there comfortably. But, you know, there's a lot of weird hanging stuff that I would just immediately eliminate in favor of some tasteful lighting hidden by the beams that reflects downward off the ceiling, creates some nice ambiance. All right, so off at the kitchen, heading to the back, we've got what I'm just going to call the utility room. And here is this beast, right? What can we learn? This is a pump. Power box. Some abandoned ducting here. And more abandoned ducting here. So I think one of these was out and one was in. Not sure how it relates to the rest of the house. Here's a little bit of, here's perhaps a bit more of a clue about how it relates. Here's an abandoned duct here. So perhaps they connected at one point. Here is the Takagi tankless water heater. I'm not familiar with that brand, but you know, sounds Japanese, so I trust it. I'm keeping my eye out for laundry, which I kind of have yet to see. And there it is. Washer dryer connection here. It looks like a mandatory stackable unless you turn them sideways. So there's room to go sideways here, or you just go up right here. But this room is unfinished and needs to be finished out. Here's some interesting construction where we're looking at the floor and backside of the master bathroom, I believe. In fact, we recognize this as a shower piping. So this is the back of the master shower, I think. You head right up into that attic space without too much difficulty. Here's a pretty significant, and it appears to be a more modern sub panel. And I see some modern wiring in here. I see Romex and, you know, outlets that are not the age of the house. Looks like they abruptly busted this wall out and then patched it in here. This appears to be an abandoned 4-inch drain, like for a toilet. Here's a water stub in, what appears to be a water stub in. I think there might have been a vision for a bathroom back here. In fact, here's more stub in, more rough in, drain, hot, cold. It would be interesting to see if that stuff still worked, because that puts a half bath back here. And one thing I don't see, oh, there it is. I was looking for my 220 for the dryer. And there it is. So this is all there. Here's a vent pipe that has separated. Where's that separation? Right there. You can see this offset right here. Yeah, that needs to be fixed. That's just the drain vent. Not a big deal. All right, so lots going on in the mechanical room. So back into the kitchen and off into the master. The first thing, of course, that draws the eye is the hardwood floors in here. There's a relatively large closet. It actually is a real walk-in. Not huge, but actually a walk-in with shelves and racks. I am seeing a pretty good crack running the length of this run between the ceiling fan, the old attic access door pull-down ladder, and that crack goes all the way to that wall. It does not look like leaking. It looks like bad drywall joint that's popped. You can see the tape. It's just popped right along the seam. All right, here's our famous conversation pit. And I see moisture, I see evidence of moisture intrusion right through here. Right, these bricks are wet. You know, the water is coming off the roof. It's soaking into the dirt right outside. This is the bad roof edge right here. And that drainage just needs to get controlled. And here's that unfinished area I was talking about. I see that there is gas in the wall for this fireplace, and here's the cracking, right? It's not loose and sloppy. I could pop this if I really worked at it, but it's got some integrity. Even that one. So, you know, it all appears to be there. Let's take a look inside. Yeah, some burning of things. Conversation pit. Gosh. Built in here. And now I'm coming out of the pit and I'm heading to the bathroom via this other back door. So there's a back door off the mechanical room and there's this back door. And here we go into the master. We see some unfinished tile. But you know, double sinks, nice big mirror, massive garden jacuzzi type tub, all in decent shape, not gross. You know, I see stuff like this, popped caulking, water line without escutcheon plate, holes in walls, and this not terribly sexy but functional shower pan that appears to have had some taping. Do you see that tape? Is that because they were gonna refinish it? Is that because it was leaking? It's hard to say, but this kind of looks like it might have been somebody's refinish, and that was a tape job to keep the product off of the upper section, because I can see the overspray. Do you see that? So I think it was a part of a fix as opposed to a bad leak approach. More cracking in the ceiling. Mystery hole to nothing. out back. You know, all the screens are shot. Some of the windows look pretty tired, but nothing is smashed out. Reverse angle. You see that beast of a box up there. The lot's just very dirty. This appears to be an apple tree that's very sad and needs to be trimmed back and tried to rescue. Dead tree number 1, dead tree number 2, dead tree number 3, dead tree number 4, pretty dead tree number 4, dead tree number 5, number 6, number 7. There's some tree work to do out here. But this is interesting. It appears to back up to the acequia, and I think I see irrigation stuff. Some kind of piping, and there's a flow gate right there on the other side of the fence. So that's nifty. We back up to the acequia. Funky gazebo thing back here with some kind of irrigation system. Some old dead grapevines. A big old elm tree. And then this is a scary workshop area. I'm gonna poke my head in there. Scary workshop space number 1. The floor is shot. The ceiling is shot. This should probably just get torn down. It's ugly and it doesn't appear to be in very good shape. This part of it has a slab and it does appear to be in better shape, but the roof is toast. That is daylight that you see coming through there. Somebody's workspace. These trees are way too close to the house, but I think that is a lilac right there. I think this is a crepe myrtle. But again, you know, we got to pull all the dirt off the base. This entire exterior needs to get stuccoed, meshed and stuccoed. That really is, I think roof and stucco are probably your biggest ticket items. And from there it would be lots of cleaning, lots of painting, lots of miscellaneous small repairs. Hopefully the sewer line is good. I haven't seen clean outs. That doesn't mean they're not out there buried. It has some appeal. It really does. It's not a terribly weird floor plan. I like the separation of the bedrooms. It has basically 4 bedrooms if you count that, or that's just a dedicated office. All right, super duper. We'll talk soon. Thanks, bye.